You know that feeling, right? That amazing spark of a new idea. That concept you just can't wait to build and bring to life. But how do you actually get from that initial aha moment to a finished product without getting totally lost along the way? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into.
So you've got it, the brilliant concept. You are fired up. You are ready to build something incredible. You can literally picture it in your head, and man, it is glorious.
But then reality sets in. A few weeks go by and your project, it just feels bloated, confused, like it's pulling you in 100 different directions at once. What on earth went wrong? The answer probably isn't in what you did, but in what you didn't do right at the start. This right here is what we call the prototype trap. It's so common. Our excitement just takes over and we have this bias for action. We jump straight into building, full of passion, but we're doing it without any kind of clear blueprint to guide us. And let me tell you, it is an incredibly frustrating place to be. You're putting in the hours, you're working hard, but that clear direction you had at the beginning, it's just gone. The whole thing feels incomplete, unfocused, and you have no idea what the next right step is. So what are the dead giveaways that you've fallen into this trap? Well, it usually starts with scope creep. New features just keep getting tacked on. And that, of course, leads to a totally unfocused design, because you're trying to cram every single idea you've ever had into it. And here's the real kicker. This whole spiral makes your work almost impossible to evaluate or even present to someone. You've built something, but you can't really explain its core purpose anymore.
Okay, but here is the good news. There is a simple, and I mean really simple, but powerful way to pivot away from all this chaos and get back to clarity. And it all comes down to one thing: a well-defined goal.
I mean, this slide says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got that chaos we were just talking about. But just look at the right. The second you define a goal, you get structure, you get direction, and you get this powerful sense of purpose. It's a total game changer.
So, what exactly is a prototype goal? It's not some vague, fuzzy mission statement. No, it's a super focused statement about the most important, and this is critical, the most testable features your prototype needs to solve a real user problem. All right, that sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like? What do you physically write down on paper before you even think about designing?
A really solid goal has three basic parts. First, your functional expectations. What does this thing absolutely have to do? Second, usability. How should it feel when someone uses it? Should it be fast, super clear, simple? And third, the test outcomes. What specific question are you trying to answer? What are you actually trying to learn from building this thing?
And here's a perfect example. Your goal isn't just build the app. A real actionable goal is something like test if users can easily navigate through these 4 main screens. See how specific that is? The function is the navigation. The usability is how easy it feels. And the test outcome is learning whether that flow makes sense to people. That is the kind of clarity we're shooting for.
The moment you start building with this kind of focused goal, the benefits, they're immediate. You really do move from that state of chaos into one of total clarity.
And the payoff is absolutely huge. A clear goal is your #1 defense against scope creep. It's your North Star for deciding what to build now versus what you can save for later. It acts as a clear checkpoint to see how you're doing, and because you know exactly what you're testing, evaluating your work becomes straightforward and successful. Honestly, your whole process just feels more professional, more intentional.
This quote just nails it. Goals ensure that the prototype grows systematically and meaningfully. In other words, your project doesn't just get bigger, it gets better. Every single piece you add has a clear reason for being there, tied directly back to that core goal you set from day one.
So let's tie this all together. Think of your prototype goal as the essential blueprint you absolutely need before you even start laying the foundation. And if you take away only one thing, let it be this. Setting a goal isn't some extra piece of paperwork you have to do. It's not an extra step. It is the first step. It is the most important step you will take. So, as we wrap this up, I'll just leave you with this one thought. Your next brilliant idea is out there. It's waiting for you. But before you start building, just ask yourself one simple question. What is its purpose? Because figuring that out, that is the true beginning of your path to success.